Decatur Utilities has agreed to pay fines in a legal settlement for sewage pollution in the Tennessee River. On March 29, 2019, Tennessee Riverkeeper sent a notice of intent to sue Decatur Utilities for the sewage pollution. A couple months later, Alabama's Attorney General and the Alabama Department of Environmental Management brought a lawsuit in state court for the same sewage overflow violations. This week, the lawsuit was settled. Tennessee Riverkeeper says this is a victory for them and the environment.
Most everyone knows that sewage is gross. We learned that in elementary school. It's a pollutant, it's a common pollutant, but for some reason, the problems are worse in Decatur, and they've persisted for decades. So Riverkeeper filed our legal action to get this sewage cleaned up. Not only is it disgusting, but it's a threat to public health. It can make humans and animals sick, it can make our pets sick, and it's just something we don't want in our streets and our creeks and our river.
Riverkeeper says Decatur is one of the most polluted cities along the Tennessee River, and that this settlement will go a long way in cleaning up the river city.